You've been learning things all your life, but do you know how the brain does it? Understanding how the brain absorbs new information can go a long way to making the learning process more efficient. In this clip from a full-length interview, Dr. Kristina Driskill, performance anxiety expert, breaks down the scientific process of how the brain learns and how maybe we can learn a little bit faster.
Myelin is that gray matter in the brain, and it wraps around like insulation around an electrical current, like we have with power cords, right? We have those thick power cords, and that's just insulation around an electrical line is all that is, right? The rubber cord part that we see. If you cut it, right, you can see the electrical wires on the inside, and that's just insulation around that. Well, the brain works in the same way. When a neural pathway is created, that's basically just an electrical current that's created in part of the brain, sending information to other parts of the brain, the body. Myelin is that gray matter in the brain, and it actually wraps around those neural pathways that are created, creating an insulation of sorts around that electrical pathway. Now, that's important because just like electricity, if there's no insulation, it's very erratic. Like we've seen lightning in the sky, right? And it can kind of go like this in all different directions, right? As opposed to when something is insulated, there's a very direct path, and it will stay in that path, and it will go faster in that path. And that's how we get better at things more quickly. Now, when you allow yourself to just do something for the sake of doing it, and to observe yourself doing it, and then to think about how you did that and what you want to do again, and whether you want to keep parts of that or do it differently, that's when myelin wraps in the brain. When you try to make sure that you do it correctly, when you try to make sure that, you don't screw it up, myelin doesn't wrap when you execute.
Wow.
At all. So that's why a person gets better so much more slowly, because that neural pathway, the insulation that helps it go faster and quicker and quicker and quicker, isn't there. Yeah. Like it is for a person who just try it out, and then get information, right? Those are the people that are going to get better the quickest. Mm-hmm. The ones who are willing to just go for it, try it out, see what happens. And then rather than evaluate, attaching themselves to the outcome, rather feeling good about themselves or feeling embarrassed or shameful or angry or whatever else, they just take the information for whatever it is. Yeah. Successful, not successful, liked it, didn't like it, good, bad, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter. It's information. And I'm going to take that information and decide what I'm going to do with that information. And then I'm going to try it again. That wraps myelin in the brain. It's the quickest way you can get better at something.
With over 20 years of performance experience and research, Dr. Kristina Driskill is an expert on performance anxiety and how the brain works. She holds a Doctor of Musical Arts degree, as well as certifications in social emotional arts, business coaching, and money mindset. She's a published author and has built a successful coaching and consulting practice, helping others identify and work through fear-based thoughts and habits. If you want to know more about her, you can check out the description below for more information, as well as links to her website and social media.